Hey guys, Britto here. Welcome back to Motorsport Manager. Here we are for a very new series, a brand new series. So there's been a new update and a new DLC release. So massive update, awesome DLC. I have not touched it. I've pretty much just seen it on Steam this morning. Went wow, huge update, beautiful update, brand new DLC. Let's just buy it. Let's just smash it. So new career straight away. Going to turn that off. We're going to go long. So you'll see here endurance 360 minutes, no mods, American dollars, date, month, year. We'll put autosave on just to make sure. I've had issues before in the past. Put in our details, which you guys should already know. I'm going to leave myself as a young whippersnapper. So we're born in 1986. We weren't really, but we'll leave it like that anyway. Male. Oh, we can put hats on. Cool. Let's go for a chicken. I was going to say we look like a dickhead, but anyway, we won't. We can go zombie mode if you want. We won't do that either. So we'll just go for the normal hairstyle. Can't remember what I usually have. Number 10 is what I usually have. Let's go for number 7, dark brown. Let's go for a full beard. That's me at the moment. Trying to. So ex-driver, ex-engineer, financial, politico, still the same. So we'll go ex-driver. Continue. We're going to create a new team yet again. We're going to go over here to the endurance series. So brand new DLC, as I said, it just came out. I think it was today, maybe yesterday. I don't know, but I've seen it and I've gone, wow, let's smash it. Let's get into it. So with 6 drivers per team, average lap qualifying at multi-class racing. The epic length races in this category will put the most experienced managers to the test. We're going to go with the IEC Endurance B class to start. So you can see the difference between cars, different sizes, different engines. That's a 3-litre with ERS 870 kilos, 362 top speed. This is a 3-litre with no ERS, 900 kilos, 315 top speed. So it's a lot slower, but we're going to get stuck into that anyway. We're going to go with our usual Britton Motorsport. We're going to be Australasian, of course. I'm going to go all the way across to that. That's what the one that I like. We go dark red and white. Team uniform, we're going to go dark red and white as well. I did have a quick flick through paint schemes and stuff, guys, just before, so I've got a rough idea of what I want to go with. So I think it was number 8, I think it was. I think I went black, dark red, and white. And white again. Might change that one to red, I think. Red or black? Black, I think. There we go. So that's the paint scheme we're going to go with for season number 1. We go white. Dark sponsors will be dark red. And continue. Finish editing a team we have. So we've got the 3 investments to choose from yet again. So 3-star chassis in the first season. Small starting financial package. 40 plus team marketability. Medium starting financial package, or we've got the pre-built test track with a large starting financial package. I think we'll go with Stonewall Bank, which is what we've chosen before. Take a quick screenshot. I don't know if you guys heard that, just to get our logo. So you can see here now we've got the GT Championship side of things, the Open Wheeler again, and now the Endurance Championship, which is awesome. Now I really just hope Motorsport Manager continues to look at maybe a different sort of GT championship, maybe like British touring cars or something, maybe even V8 supercars, maybe even NASCAR or IndyCar. I mean, that'll be pretty cool. If they continue to expand these things, expand with DLC, it'll be absolutely awesome. So you'll see here, we've got a 2-car team. We've got 3 drivers in each. I don't know how good they are. They're probably terrible because it's a created team. So Thomas Winthrop is our chairman again, getting things started. That's our assistant, Sophia. So targets for this season, we're going to go for 6, just to start with. Don't want to get too excited. So scattering reports, the drivers are awful, designers are awful, mechanics are awful. Yes, we know. We're still losing 2 million per race. Wow, okay. So welcome to the International Endurance Cup Class B. The championship might run slightly different from what you're used to, so I'll provide a quick rundown below to get you up to speed. So overview. Instead of multiple series and one championship, there is just one series with 2 classes, A and B. Both classes run races at the same time. same event at the same time, which is good. While there are two classes, all cars are on track evenly, compete on track evenly. There are no blue flags in International Endurance Cup Class B. If a Class A car wants to pass a Class B car, it will have to fight for it. Driving time requirements and limits. So for a driver to be eligible to gain points, they must drive for at least 10% of the race. If they have not driven for at least 10% of the race, they will not be awarded points. Okay, so every driver needs to drive for at least 10%. Hopefully they will give us a percentage in-game so we know how many laps they've done. In addition, drivers have a legal driving limit. If a driver has driven for more than 40% of a race, the whole car will lose a point in the standings for every subsequent lap the illegal driver performs. It's advised to pit drivers before they reach their limit, of course, so we don't want to lose points. Average lap qualifying. Qualifying requires 2 drivers per car. Both drivers must pit in a lap. Put in a lap, which are averaged to give the car's qualifying time. If one of the 2 drivers does not perform a lap, the car won't receive a qualifying time. Okay, that's good. Something different, exciting. So longer pit stops. So due to the design of the wheels, driver swapping, and limits on fuel flow, pit stops take much longer than you may be used to. There are 3 drivers per car, 36 drivers in the total championship. Got it. Okay, introduction to the pit crew. So you'll see down here, there's a new update which has pit crew stuff now, which is absolutely awesome, which is what we've needed for a very, very long time. Okay, so I've been handling the management and the pit crew up until now. It's from Rita, but I understand that you might want to take charge of them. There are 3 main things to know. Every pit crew member has 5 core stats: tyres, front jack, rear jack, refueling, and fixing. These define how quickly they do that job. Stamina. Going away to a race can be quite exhausting. It's a mental job as well as a physical one, so when a pit crew member makes a mistake, the stamina can take a dive. If the crew member becomes too tired, you can take them out of the firing line by putting them in recovery mode. In recovery, pit crew members who don't need to travel to the race will recover some stamina every race weekend. That should get you started. Head over and meet them if you want. I'm sure they'll enjoy it. Got it. Okay, so let's go straight and look at our car. 6, 6, 6, and 6. There's only 6 cars in this championship, which is interesting. I don't know if there's only 6 in the top tier as well, but we'll go to improve parts. We're gonna go gearbox reliability straight away. Both pretty terrible, I think. Might go suspension there, but we're gonna go flat out for reliability, of course. I'm not sure what that is, but so there's 10 staff allocated. Okay, HQ, let's have a quick look. Stock standard, as usual. Our teams, our driver lineup is here. There we go, so tops, the 6 drivers we've got there. Lead designer, race mechanics, pretty poor. Marketability is poor. Okay, fan base 6.5 million. It'd be good to know how many fans we actually have. That'll be a pretty cool stat for them to include, I think. So here's our 2 cars. So we've got Kurt Jaeger, Rico Romano on the left. Got Caroline Anderson and Mike Ham on the right, or Ham. And we've also got Cabrero and Maya Nowak as reserve drivers. So we might swap him over with her. So it's an all-girl team. Swap these 2 around. We've got Kurt, Rico, Mike. Okay, good. So staff, pretty poor everything, to be honest. Which we'll need to look at, but I'm worried about us losing a lot of money. So we'll quickly go to scouting. We'll go to drivers, and let's have a look at drivers that aren't in teams. There's a 16-year-old here, 17-year-old, couple of 19s. New names, I think. Lola Marsh. Scott Price, we know, is not very good. Schrober is a new name. Warner's a new name, I think. Arcamonte's new name, but he's old. Nunez isn't. Engelhardt is. Let's just scout everybody now. All these other guys we won't worry about at the moment because they've all got drives and teams and stuff. Okay, let's quickly look at the pit crew. So we'll see here, this is our pit crew. So we've got Beamish with 0 tyres and 0 refuel, which is not good. Bink, rear jack is 0, 1 and 5 for tyres and refuel. I wonder if he does a refuel too. Tires and fixing, front jack. Okay, so let's have a look. Rear jack. So you want to go to there. Front jack. So Bink can be the front jackman. So 7 and 8. There we go. Tires and refuel. Where's his fixing there? Okay, tires and fixing. So it's better tires, but not as good fixing. 5 and 1. Hopefully we won't have to fix anything. This guy, what have you got? Refuel. Tires and refuel. Beamish is pretty terrible. We could swap him over with Bink. So you got decent tires and decent refuel, which is good. You got pretty poor tires but decent refuel. He's got the same poor tires but decent refuel, and he's the same as well. What about Parish? Parish can go to Yena. So we've got 6 and 7, 2 and 7. Now we've got 1 and 3, or we can go 1 and 8 or 1 and 4. So 1 and 8. Pretty much as good as we're going to get, I think, for tyres. So our left front tyre guy might be, yeah, we might need to change. We might need a couple of decent tyre guys. Tyres and fixing is what we really need. Tyres and fixing, 2 and 7, that's pretty good. 5 and 7, I should say. 5 and 5. So let's hire this guy. Is it? Ooh, $200,000. 6,000 per race. We really do need it though. So let's go back and have a look. We had hired Kassar, so he's 5 and 7. So we change him over with Buckley, and now we need tyres 5 and 1. So tyres 5 and 5. So Carter's probably better, or 6 and 3. I think 5 and 5 is probably a little bit better. Might hire Carter as well. Carter, you can swap out with Laybut. So now we should be pretty good. So 6 and 7, 2 and 7, which tyres and refuel isn't the best over here. Let's have a look. Tyres and refuel guy. So tyres and refuel 7 and 6. Pretty good. Or 6 and 4. Higher stamina. Let's go Mullen. We'll hire him as well. I don't know if we should be doing this right now, but why not? So we'll swap him over with Parish. So now we've got pretty good pit crew. I don't know. We can fire these guys. 7,000 per race. Wow. So front jack, rear jacks are 7. We've got better. Refuel is 7 as well. Parish. What happens if we fire? Does it cost us anything? Don't think it does. Front jack, rear jack, so they're okay. I think these guys are just terrible. Murray and Buckley. Get rid of Murray and Buckley. So now we've got, obviously, got a front and rear jack. We've got changes there available. We've got the tyre guy, which hasn't got very good fixing or refuel, so that's a front guy. Anyway, that's we'll leave it like that for now. I think I don't want to focus too much on that. So request additional funds. No. Set next year's budget. We'll just go medium, I guess. Sponsors, we've got nothing at the moment. Standings, nothing yet. Calendar, first track will be Milan GP. Doesn't show us how long the race is going to be. I think it's probably the 360 minutes or whatever it is. So we've 13 days time, so we'll go back. Almost like, well, we'll go back now, I suppose. Richard's going to retire. I don't know. Is Mia okay? She's feeling blue. Minus 30 morale. Okay, that sucks. But anyway, we'll accept an interview because there's different questions this time. So Britton Motorsport is your new home, but it hasn't been the best team in the IECB. What's your plan? We might be one of the big boys, but I can promise that we're going to work our absolute hardest, aim to finish somewhere near the top. Plant down a solid foundation. Also runs into a top team. That one will do. So hopefully you've made a start on getting to know your drivers going forward. What's going to be your plan with them? I'm happy with what I've seen so far. Been making sure my drivers are getting the support they need. Our car is only a team member on the track for the entire duration of the race. That's my priority right now. To be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I can't know for sure until I've seen them out on track. Time will tell. We'll do that one. Support they need. We expect we'll finish 6th. Prediction seems fair. We hope we're going to surprise you. We all remember your time as a fan favorite racer a few years back. Transfer the skills to the management game. I know the ins and outs of what a racing driver needs to make a great car. I'm sure it'll be fine. Thank you. Interview done. So let's have a look at the car again. Gearbox is still 72-76. Brakes and suspension. It's really the brakes that are crucial, aren't they? So let's take them off now and put brakes on. Okay, let's continue. I really don't know how long this first episode is going to go for. It might go for ages, so we'll have to wait and see. So the length is 3.73 miles, a minute 56.7. Likely be a chance of rain, 40% chance of rain. Thoughts about the design center? Design center shit, we know that. Everything's shit at the moment. Nothing important to come back with. So 12 tyres remaining. Wow, okay. We'll go 4, 5, and 5, 5, and 5. I think, or should we maybe go 5, 6, and 4? Part fitting. There's not much we can do. The car's exactly the bloody same. Anyway, let's continue on. What I'll do, guys, is I'll head in. I'll get stuck in and get practice done and dusted, and we'll come back and we're ready to hit qualifying like I used to do in the other series. So get ready to see our first race in the Endurance Championship. Rightio, guys, we're back. So practice went pretty well. We finished 1-2 with both our cars. Car 1 was first out of the Endurance Class B, and car 2 was second. So we're going to do average lap times. So expected form is 7.77. I know Kurt and Rico were both 10 or higher. Now we're going to put Caroline and Sabrina Cabrera in. Change setup preference. We're going to leave it as that. So this pretty much just meant if I had slid this to the middle here, he would be 0.5 seconds faster. We slid it to the right, he went from 0.5 to 0.3, and he went from none to 0.3. So Rico and Kurt, pretty good times there, and same with Caroline. Like either way we slid it, it didn't really help, except for this way. But I just left it at the center. The center there. Knowledge, soft tires and quality trim, which is auto pick. Car setup, pretty good for both sides. So let's start qualifying. We're going to take qualifying. Now there's 20 minutes in qualifying. Okay, so let's send out. We'll send out the girls first. Why not? So Caroline can go out first. Car setup is fine. I mean, we could possibly make a couple of changes. Make a small change there and see what happens. We're going to go out on a set of softs. So we'll send her straight out. I'm not sure. There we go. Other cars are going to start coming out now. I'm not sure how congested the track's going to get, but it's looking pretty congested at the moment. Coming out of the pits. There's just cars everywhere. Let's go out now. 4.7. Wow, he was higher than that before. Hopefully we can get him to improve here. We're not going to do anything with our setup. We'll send them straight out. Hopefully he can get a decent gap. We'll go and look at Jager now, or Anderson I should say. So our form's 9.2, which is good. She's going to come around and start her first flying lap. Good and perfect, so that's great. It'll be a decent start for us, I hope. So keep a close eye on her. So she's going to be up in sector 1. Not sure if that circles this driver's average time. Okay, that's when they've completed a lap. It might give you a tick. So perfect and good there for Jager as well. So he's only 3.8. He's dropping. She's 9.6, so she's slowly going up, which is good. 9.7, yep, so she's improved heaps. Times 1:23.1, which is good. Pretty close. She's currently sitting in second, so that's good. Have a look at Jager now. Across the line with a very poor time. 23.5, so he's way off. As you can see, he's not very comfortable in the car by the looks of it. The track grip's only going to improve. So Anderson's in the pits. We'll send him back out. We'll change over to Sabrina. Car setup is a little bit better. So still need a little bit more speed. So I might just click one more click. Tyre choice, we'll go out in the same tyres. So Jager's on his way in, so didn't qualify well. We can go to times 12 speed now, something else that they've just introduced. Whoop, wrong button. Send out. It's only 3.3, wow. We'll send out Rico Romano. We might just drop it one little bit with their tyres and see how that goes. Send him out the same set of tyres. Go back and look at Cabrero now. So I know these are our stock standard drivers, so we're going to keep these probably for the first season and then maybe look at better drivers next season or towards the end of the year. I know we're scouting a few, so I guess we'll just see what we find as well to decide what we're going to do. But 6.7 she is at the moment. He's 9.9, so let's see if she either goes up or down. Seems to be holding steady at 6.7, so that's good. She's not going up or down. Oh, there you go, 7.1. So she's improving. Come across the line. What sort of time can she do? 23.8. So that's way behind Cabrero. That is a pretty terrible time, to be honest. So Romano is still out there. He's actually a little bit faster, but he's up to 10.0, so that's good. Cabrero's done a 23.8. 23.1 for Anderson, so... Sorry, Romano, 23.2. Jager did a 23.5. So yeah, Anderson's done the best here. But she was terrible with minus 10 expected form. So we'll send out Cabrero again so she can try and improve. Same set of tyres, we'll just let her go. I don't want to use them too much, obviously, for the race. So Romano's going to come in. He's pretty good. It's Jager that I'm worried about with this expected form. Let's put him back in the car. Drop that down one more. Try and get extra purples. I don't think we really want to go and use another set of softs. We'll just leave it. We'll leave it. Go back and look at Cabrero. So her time was a 23.8 and Anderson did a 23.1. So we really need Cabrero to get a good lap here, which will bump us up the order. So perfect brake temp, good tyres. Can she come through without anybody in the way? She has got clear track ahead, so let's see how she goes. She's down the first sector. About second sector, she's down as well. Perfect there for Jager, so that might help as well. Cabrero is going to come across the line. That was not great. So what did she do? 23.6, so she did improve a little bit, but not enough. But Jager's 3.2 now. Hopefully he's going to pick up a little bit. That was not great either. So a 23.4, doing 23.2. So it's not too bad. We really need Cabrero to get a better time. So let's car set still as good as it's going to get. So let's save it. We'll save it as where are we? I think it's Milan, isn't it? Milan, car number 2. Confirm. So continue. We'll put her on a fresh set of tyres now. See if she can improve. So Jager's going to come in the pits as well. So let's pause for a second. Who needs to improve here? Jager really needs to improve as well. So let's keep him in the car. Car's perfect. Send him out in a brand new fresh set of softs and see what he can do. I know I didn't really want to, but if we can improve the times a little bit, we've got a chance to bump up a couple of spots here. We're close, you know, with these couple of cars, and only just under a tenth down here as well. So overheated brakes, but perfect tyre attempts for Cabrero. So let's hope she can improve compared to what she's done before. The last time was a 23.6. Down a little bit in the first sector. .1 down the second sector. So she could get a good time here. Cabrero did. No, she didn't improve. 23.6 still. So Jager now, who has got a 23.448. Not doing too bad a time at the moment. Come across a line. 23.421. So he improved a little bit. Pumped us up a spot. So we're going to be starting right down the back of the pack, as you can see. Actually, Adams. Yep, he's out there now. Okay, I didn't think they were going to get that extra lap in there. Right, so that's qualifying done. So you can see the top cars here are blanked out because they're Class A, we're Class B. So we're starting 21st and 23rd. Not too bad considering. Looks a bit wet. Damp. Is it going to get... I can't tell if it's going to get really wet or not. Okay, we're going to go soft tyres because that's all we've got. Soft tyres as well. Car setup. Change setup. We're going to save. So we're going to go Milan car number 1. Car setup. Tyre choice. Inters. Fuel options. 41 laps. Let's go 48. Okay, continue. I don't know if that's what we should be doing, but we'll do the same. 48 laps. Continue, continue. Driver strategy. I think we'll attack and high to start off with. I'm not sure. I don't think. Can we change who starts the car? We can. Okay, so we'll get Caroline to start that car. We'll go into our other car. Rico was probably the guy that was happiest. So we can max is 3 hours and 18. Okay, so that's good. 30 seconds. I don't think it should actually make us lose time. Anyway, let's continue. So it goes through which drivers are in which car, who's starting, all that sort of stuff. So we'll go right down the bottom and show ours. So we've got Kurt, who's not starting. We've got Rico in the car first. We've got Mike Ham as well, who's -8 expected form, but Mia has got shocking form. So Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do with them. Their form is bloody terrible. Anyway, let's continue on and stuck into the race and see what happens. It's a rolling start. Which is interesting. So the cars at front go first. Might have to do we'll do a lap, I think. So let's just times it. Caught up to the back of the safety car now. Still go times 12. So he's dumb, poor adaptability, poor feedback. She's only got soft tyres, so nothing important. We'll sim through again. So we're starting 21st and 23rd. We're all on inters at the moment. The race is going to go green any second now. Green, and we're off. Now Romano's made a pretty good start. Slow it right down actually, the first couple of laps. So we can see here we've got time in car, the car condition, strategy. So it does actually tell you how long you got in the car, which is good. Distance to the cars ahead and behind. This is their stamina at the moment. I'm not sure what purple is. Or what? I know the white is as far as they can go, I think. Purple might be the optimum area. Actually, Dalatev is fired up for some reason. So Zuber. So it looks like the girls have actually made a pretty good start. They're fighting in 19th spot. Romano's in 22nd at the moment. Keep an eye on the tyres, they're getting hot. Let's have a look. You see the cars around us, you can still see how hard they're pushing, which is good. Drivers' standings, championship standings, tyre history, which is pretty cool. So a few new things. So Anderson's at 9.9, Romano's at 10.0, so that's good. So let's double speed now. It's a 6-hour race. Wow. Okay. So it's going to be a very long episode, our first episode. But I definitely want to make sure we leave it at 100%. So Anderson's comfortably in 18th at the moment. Romano's back in 21st. So I think we can go times 12, which is going to be absolutely nuts. I think times 4 is pretty good, but it's going to be a very long episode. I wish I'd tell you what their last lap was. It would come up down here somewhere. So they're still doing really well. Still plenty of water on track. Let's quickly go to preferences now. I know there's super speed. Here we go. So knowledge unlocked is off. Setup level unlocked off. Slow down duration. That'll be like when something pops up. So player driver collision on, player driver mistakes on, drive through penalty, any driver crash, player driver retires, position gained, position lost, tires overheated, tires underheated, safety car leaves pits. Okay, worn tires, 30% low fuel. We'll go say 3 laps left. Fuel data. Yeah, part condition, go 30%. So pit entry, all that sort of stuff. Driver stamina, driving time, when it hits 30%. Maybe, yeah, I guess so. Final minute of session, ARS fully charged. Okay, continue. So that'll, if we go to times 4 speed, then it'll come back to us, or times 12 speed will come back to us whenever something happens. It will slow us down. So we're still in 18th and 21st at the moment. So go times 12 speed. I know it's probably can't really see much, but Romano's still stuck behind the car ahead. Yeah, but if we go push and overtake, push and overtake as well. She's dropped back to 19th. Romano's still in 21st, but can he make a move on Kim just ahead? He's fired up and pushing as well. So I think fired up must be here, that purple section. So So Anderson's still in 19th, just defending now. Defending from Kim. Romano's not making up any ground at all, unfortunately. Anderson's still in 19th. Dolatev just ahead is fired up. I don't think she can make any ground. Go back to neutral now, but she's dropped down to 9.4% current form. We'll go back to times 12 speed. She's up to 18th now. She's still battling away. She's pulled away a little bit, which is good. To put her back to high now. She's using a little bit too much fuel. Let's have a look at water. Is it going to get wetter? We're going to need wet tyres, possibly, but she's fired up at the moment, so this is her time to hopefully improve her pace. Move through the field a little bit. Time in car doesn't give you a percentage. The 40% is obviously going to be what, 4 hours? No, not 4 hours. 2.5 hours or something like that. And she's back to 18th. Romano's still in 19th, but this is the A-class cars that are coming tearing through on us now, I think. Anderson's up to 17th. Tyres are actually getting cold, so are yours, so let's attack. Didn't actually take any notice of the tyres then. Let's go back to medium and we'll attack for a little while. So 17th and 22nd. Anderson's moved up to 16th. She's doing really well. She's no longer fired up, but now Romano's fired up. Oh, now he's too bloody hot. Oh, we need to keep a close eye on that. They chew through them pretty bloody quick. So we're still doing okay. 16th and 20th. Romano's still fired up. Still a lot of wet weather around at the moment. I don't know if we're going to have to go to wet soon. We'll have to wait and see. So still 16th and 20th. We're not far behind Zuber, just ahead for Anderson. We've got about a second and a half for Romano to catch up. She said she's struggling to overtake Zuber ahead, but we'll have to come in for tyres soon anyway. The tyres are torn through them really quick. They're all pushing really hard too with their fuel for some reason. Every team is. Still looks like we're going to stay on inters for a while. We're going to swap you out very soon, Romano. Don't you worry. The Caroline's got worn tyres. Yep, okay. Let's bring Romano in now. We'll put in Ham. Tyre choice. We'll go for a new set of inters. Fuel options. What are they? 41 laps. Go 44. Park condition. Things are okay. Pit strategy. 012. That's pretty cool. We'll just go with the balance stop, I think. We're not going to risk it too much. I'll look at Anderson. So we'll get her to overtake an attack. And we'll bring her in this lap. Next lap, I should say. I think Mia's the one we're going to get worried about. So she'll be fired up instantly. So bring Sabrina out. New set of inters. We'll go 42. That should be okay. Pit strategy. We'll go. Let's go for a fast stop and see what happens, I suppose. So we're going to look at Romano now. So he's in. We'll slow this right down and see what happens. So front jack's up and down complete. Driver swap is up here. Got the progress of changing tyres. The refueling is still going on. So refueling is going to take a long time. The driver swap is complete. Tyres are all in. Well, now the refuel starts. So the refuel goes on after the tyres. So pit stop is going to be 51.3 seconds. That's not too bad. So you can come out and you can overtake and push straight away. keep a close eye on his tyres. And here comes Anderson in the pits this time. He'll be the first of the cars to pit. So the jacks lifted successfully. Caroline is going to change out for Sabrina Cabrero. Tyres are going in. Tyres are all good, complete. Fuel's going in. Fuel's in, dropped 49.5 seconds. So you can attack and push for your first lap. You can go back to high and neutral now that you've nearly finished that lap. So we've pitted once. Let's go to times 12 speed now. Keep a close eye on her. She's done one lap. She'll go neutral and high. Cabrero's fired up straight away, so that's good, but she won't be fired up for long. So how'd she go last lap? She did a 32.1, so fastest car out there at the moment. She's done another pretty good lap there as well. You can go back to push because the tyres are getting cold. So with it going this fast, you got to be on the ball with everything. So what I might do, guys, is I might wait till we hit the 5 hour mark, and then I might come back when we've got an hour to go. You guys don't want to sit through the other 4 hours of the race, so I'll cut all this out. We'll come back with the last hour and see how the race ends. Hopefully we'll still be driving around and not be crashed out by then. So Cabero's in 21st, Harm's in 23rd, or Ham I should say is in 23rd. Moved up to 17th and 20th with the pit stops going on. Go back to neutral with your tyres, you can go back to push. Still got to keep a close eye on all this. Makarova's in this race, there we go. She's in changed to Endurance Championship. So 16th, 15th and 19th at the moment, we're doing really, really well. Now Ham's actually fired up, so let's overtake for Ham while he's fired up. Righto guys, what I'll do is I'll cut the video here and we'll come back when we've got an hour in the race left to go. If you guys would like to do that, maybe the first half an hour or just till the first pit stop and then the last hour, I can do that. If you want to see the whole race in its entirety, let me know and I'll do that as well. You guys decide what you want to see, but the video's been going for like 35-40 minutes already. So if we do the whole thing, it's going to be a 2 or 3 hour video. So we'll come back when we've got an hour to go. So don't go anywhere. We're back very, very soon. Righto guys, are back. Just over an hour to go now. So we've got Jager in the car for our car 1. He should be able to go to the end now. I'm hoping. He's got a set of wets on, enough fuel to get to the end. Track is pretty soaked, so he's got wets on as well. I've just pitted car number 2 probably 5 minutes ago to come in a set of wets as well. So Guerrero's in the car, but she's not going to make it to the end, so we're going to have to pit her again eventually. Car number 1 with Shager on board is currently in 21st spot, and Cabrero is currently in 23rd as Bossiou has crashed out there for the Tony Zhang Motorsport. So they're in the garage. They've been crashed out for a fair while. Doesn't say how many laps they've been out for, but so we've got the last hour to go. I mean, car condition isn't looking too bad. Engine wise for the girls' car is not the best, but so we're still 21st and 23rd. Have a look at lap times at the moment. So 34.0 for Jager. It's faster by over a second for the car ahead, the 2 cars ahead actually. So hopefully we can run them down a little bit. Cabrero, she's doing 35.3, so she's doing pretty consistent with everyone else, so she's not overly quick at the moment. Hopefully Jager can run some of these guys down. He's now fired up, so we're going to overtake and push while he's fired up. You can start to push a little bit as well. Go to times 12 speed now. Just see how things go. Keep a close eye on their tyre temps and stuff. I'm sort of worried about their car part condition, that's why I've got it sort of like medium fuel use. Drop it back to neutral tyres. Jager, we're going to have to drop him back soon as well, but he's pumping out some pretty quick lap times. She's doing 32.7, so well and truly faster than the cars around. So Kurt's just been in the car for an hour and 48 minutes. I'll have a quick look. So we've done an hour and 48, hour 31, hour 49, so pretty equal all round. This side we've got 2 hours 23 for Caroline Anderson, 45 minutes for Mia, which she's going to come in last. So 10% of 6 hours she needs to get. So I think she's above 10% already, but she'll come in for the next stint, the last little stint. I think because I don't think Cabrera is going to make it to the end on tyres or fuel wise. So keep a close eye on them again. So Jager's still fired up, still pushing through. 8 seconds from the car ahead now. 8.1 now, so definitely catching. 7.8. So someone's pitted, so Coburn must have pitted. Must have went through that a little bit too quick. Didn't notice, so we go push and push as well. Jager's still fired up. He's only 5.3 though, which is not very high, his current form. Cabrera is only 5.1 as well, so they haven't got the best form at the moment. So it looks like we might stay wet for the rest of the race. There's a fair few cars with mechanical issues, and we're one of them unfortunately over here. We're back to medium and neutral. Got 27 laps left in the tank. I think that should be enough. It's 40 laps to an hour, I worked it out to be roughly. So she can go back to neutral. Track's still soaked. Still running fairly well. I'm thinking Jager should be able to make it to the end. Just depending on his tyres really. Same with Cabrera, but I don't know if she'll make it stamina wise. Jager should. I'm pretty sure Cabrera is going to have to come back in and pit and jump out of the car anyway, so potentially fix our engine so we don't blow up, but that's going to lose us a fair bit of time. So track is still soaked. Go back to push with both our drivers. So yeah, still soaked. It's going to stay soaked, I think. Maybe even go back to just intermediate tyres eventually. So Jager's still in 21st. Cabrera is still in 23rd. Still 5.4 he is at the moment. She's 6.5, so she's not doing too bad. They've got worn tyres here for Jager, which I knew he would. I'm not sure if we're going to come out with inters soon, or I think we might need to. The track's going to start to dry. So low stamina for Cabrera as well. So we've got a few issues going on at the moment. I'll let Jager continue to run on these tyres for now. Let Cabrera continue to run as well. So it's just getting dangerously tired, so we're going to have to hit her out soon. So her brakes are low as well. We're definitely going to have to fix her engine. Jager's up in the 20th now. Cabrera's in 22nd with the car in the pits. We can go back to push. We can go back to push. The last 20 minutes we might just run at 4 times speed. The track's still soaked, which is unfortunate, but I think we should really come out on a set of inters. Let's go for it. Why not? Leave him in. Set of brand new inters. Fuel options. 13.5 left. I think we're going to have like 15 laps. Every 10 laps takes us 15 minutes. So I think let's just add 5 laps of fuel just to make sure. Park conditions okay, I guess. So we'll bring him in. She's got worn tyres as well and massive issues with the engine. Keep an eye on Cabrera now. So you can come out and push higher, so she will come in next lap. Swap with Mia Nowak. She can go in. We'll come for a set of inters. Fuel options, I think we are good. Park condition, fix our engine. Pit strategy, will go for fast. Just see what happens, I guess. Have a look at the pit stop here for Jaeger. So the car's lifted up into the air. Tyres are going to be done nice and quick, and also only a little tiny bit of fuel. Dropped. Off he goes. Let's overtake Barrow. She can go high and neutral when Mia comes out. No whack. So we're 21st and 22nd at the moment. Not sure if it's the right tyre choice, to be honest, for the last 15 minutes, but let's wait and see. So drivers are changed, tyres are on. Now we're repairing the engine, which is going to take a very, very long time. So Jaeger has done a 147.0, so maybe it wasn't a good idea to put those tyres on. Hoping it's going to dry out pretty quick. So go back to neutral tyres, you can go push. Probably not a lot she's going to do anyway, so still got a little bit of excess fuel, but the track's still soaked. He's picked up the pace this lap, which is good. What's he done this time? A 36.1, so hopefully it continues to dry and continue to pick up the pace. 14th spot there, which is Gujovic, who's got mechanical issues as well. So we've only got just over 12 minutes to go in the race. Track's still soaked, so have a look at the last lap times. Jaeger still picked up the pace a lot, so he's going to do a 34.1, which is faster than a few other guys around, but they all come back out on wets. So Nowak, go back to neutral with her. What sort of lap time did she do last lap? A 33.0, so she's doing okay. Here comes 10th spot, another A-class car. It's a car in the pits. I don't know if we'll get through. We won't. We're going to be a little bit behind, 3 seconds behind, so maybe we can make up that ground. Hoping so anyway. Gain another spot. Let's go push tyres. You can go attack as well, overtake mode as well. So 4.7 to the car ahead. So the car ahead's on wets doing 2:42 last lap. 32s. The other guys on wets are doing similar times. So it's now not soaked. It's just wet. So seem to be staying in front of Jones okay at the moment. He's on a fresh set of wets. We're going to have way too much fuel in the tank. Go back to neutral. You can go back to push. Don't think she's going to make up 45 seconds anyway, but we've got 7 seconds to set her in ahead. Continues to pull away. So minute 30, we're doing 32, so maybe we should have come out on wets, but I don't know if we would have got the spot anyway, but we live and learn. So Noak's doing okay. She's got 7 current form. Jaeger's supposed to be our top driver. He's only got a form of 4.3, so he's not doing very well at all. She can go back to neutral. Got to have heaps of fuel left over, I think. Jaeger's still picking up the pace. Let's have a look at their times. Jaeger's a 32.5 and Noak's a 31.3. So pretty close to the cars around, probably maybe a second or two behind Jaeger is, and Noak's probably about a second slower, but now that it's starting to go wet, we're going to start to pick up the pace a little bit, but I still don't think it's going to be enough. Obviously with only 2 minutes to go, we're not going to get anywhere, but you can just go full attack mode. You can stay where you are, see if you can rein in these 9 seconds. I really, really doubt it. Unless Satarin has an issue. Doesn't. Driving for Russian Oil Racing. 7.7 seconds. 9.7. 9.9. Not sure what's going on there. 10.1. Maybe because we're pushing too hard with the tyres. Should go back to push. So 3 seconds to go. The race is ending. Going to cross the line in 21st spot there with Jaeger. Noak's going to cross the line in 23rd. So not the best race, but not too bad either, I suppose. Considering we're the worst team out here, I think that's a pretty good effort. Can't complain at all. So the winner is, for B class, Kujovic with Gas and Car, whoever they are, but for Candesteg EP, has taken the victory. Just another auto save. I'll actually turn auto saving off, it's bloody annoying. Okay. So tyre history doesn't show us a lot. Well, it's only the last few laps. We can flick through though. I'll show you guys a mistake that I did make. I pitted the guys in here, just put a set of hards for Noak to go right to the end, or not Noak, the driver before, to go right to the end to the last 45 minutes to go for a set of softs to the end. And then the rain came, and I did the same for Jaeger, or not Jaeger, but the driver before, put on a set of mediums, and I was hoping to run a little bit longer and go for another set of mediums with the last driver. But knowing me, being me, you guys have seen this in my series before, I always forget to check the weather. Didn't check it before I pitted, so that's probably screwed us over a little bit. But so the winner was Makarova, Dylan, and Kawashima for Shimizuboom. First and second, so 1-2 for them guys. We've got 2 points and 0 points, so unfortunately we need one more spot to get some points, but that's what happens. We had 8 pit stops, so a lot more than a lot of other guys. So we're 9th, and 9th, and 12th, 12th, and 12th. We should be above these guys, shouldn't we? Because they crashed out, but anyway. So everybody scored points, which is good. We're last in the constructors because Tony Zhang must have scored better points with the driver that finished. Continue on. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this first episode of our new Motorsport Manager Endurance Series Championship. It's definitely an eye-opener, something different, and it's running at times 12 or whatever it is. It's really hard to keep up with things, and running at times 4 is just going to take absolutely forever. But yes, we'll see if the guys have improved. None of these guys will improve here, of course, because they're not our normal drivers. Happiness has gone up to plus 6%, 76. So none of these drivers will improve either. Morale's dropped, actually 7% morale. That's terrible. They're going to drop down because they're old ducks. Connect relationship didn't improve. Same stuff over here. We've still lost 2 million. Continue. International Endurance Cup Class B. So we don't have any sponsors at all at the moment, which is going to be a bit tough. So we definitely need to get some sponsors on board to try and get rid of this minus 2 million a race. We haven't even got any new drivers or anything yet. So there's only 9 events. So that's good. So 18 million we're going to lose. So we'll have, if we lose 17 million, we'll have probably a couple of million left over in the end. So I think we're going to have to develop some parts. Designing parts. Brakes are obviously the cheapest thing to get. But suspension, I think, is much more crucial now than it used to be with the new update. So I think suspension is probably the way we're going to go. Try and just pump out heaps of suspension and get them a little bit quicker. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that episode. So our car 1 finished in 9th position out of Class B, which is good news. And our car number 2 finished in 11th spot after the Tony Zhang Motorsport car crashed out. If you guys enjoyed it, as always, smash that like button, leave a comment and let me know what you'd rather see. See like all the pre-race stuff, like here in the main screen, and qualifying the first hour of the race and the last hour of the race. Is that what you want to see? Or would you rather see the entire race, which is going to take probably an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, record time? So you guys let me know what you want to see. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so to continue to follow our Motorsport Manager Endurance Championship series. It's been Britto's Gaming. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.